Right, hello. Here we are, one more day. Let's see. Let's put some relaxing background sound, noise. Some refreshing waves on a calm beach somewhere on paradise. And let's begin. So let me just put this properly here. All right. Hey Simon. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the stream. How are you, man? I'm fine. I'm tired. I'm this thing of having a baby, young baby. It's yeah, it's tough when it comes to sleeping. So struggling with that a little, but very good. Thank you. How about you? How are you? How is it going with the Nemesis R challenge? I'm fine too. What an update on the character of the challenge. Yeah, I managed to spend some time with it, of course, because it's only 2 weeks long each round. So I really need to kick things. So yeah, today, sadly, the stream is gonna be very short. I'm gonna be streaming only for 1 hour because of daddy duties. So yeah, so it's gonna be only one hour. So I don't exactly remember where we left it last week, but yeah, I managed to put a little bit more details. So going again with the idea that okay, she is a very important character. She's a general, a conqueror, a queen, perhaps a warrior queen, and yeah. So try to play a little bit with some elements of the European medieval knights of jousting. When I mean, yeah, tangentially, so certain flavor of it. With the type of color use and like a coat of arms, etc. I thought that since she's supposed to be a general or most likely a queen, still I haven't thought of the backstory completely, but but it's going in that direction, so I thought it would be important to add certain elements of status. So that's why I thought about like some chains and medals and stuff like that. Inspired a little bit in some of the I don't know what is exactly the name, the word in English, but like some kind of recognition reward by you know, in monarchies that they give to certain nobles and stuff like that. So I thought about something of that kind in a more simple way. So not jewelry, so still going with a very how could I say, more Spartan way, like no many not too elaborate, very simplistic, yeah, something like that. Simon, yeah, family first, yes. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't know if any of you have kids, you have gone through this. For me, this is the first time, but yeah, it's very challenging with in this case, Dante is 2 months old. So yeah, it is very demanding, and yeah, it's we are surviving, enjoying the ride, but yeah, it's challenging. So yeah, I need to help my wife. So yeah, and yeah, happy that the warlord aspect is kind of showing up. So yeah, glad to hear that. Pontus, hello man, how are you? How are you doing? All right, so I also spend quite a lot of time with where is it? With a helmet. I did several designs. So I first went with this one. Started to, but I felt that I don't know. I wasn't hitting exactly what I was aiming for, because yes, once again, like European medieval knights was part of the foundation for the design, loosely inspired, everything said, but still, like, this was a little bit too much, going into too literal in some sense. So I felt that I needed to come up with something else. So I started to spend a little bit of time exploring other alternatives. So I also wanted that the helmet is fixed in the collar. So she can move the head around, and she would have, I mean, since it is supposed to be science fiction, so it would be plentiful of cameras and sensors and stuff like that. So she's pretty aware of everything around it. So it's not that she only can see through here, right? Yeah. This is still, I left it kind of work in progress. So this is not that how it would be final, but still. So I left it there, just trying to explore different alternatives, because I thought that, yeah, this was a little bit too literal, going too much medieval. So I let's see where they are. This the same thing. What is this? I still don't know what. Okay. So let's see. So I started with okay. So I had said, okay, let's since I want to use the skull as the symbol for the queen, right? So going with the idea of mortality, of death. She's the bringer of death. That she's immortal. So that she needs to inspire fear on her enemies, etc., etc. So I decided to go with a little more, once again, literal kind of direction, with a skull, and trying to be a little bit more, more literal, and not that I was convinced that was going to be a good direction, but still I needed to try. So I tried these different themes on the same thing, but I thought it was like it was starting to be too, I don't know, already done 1,000 times, and starting to be over designed and not fitting with the rest of the costume, like was like not on the same page. So I decided to take the original helmets that I designed, like, and it was for me a little bit too medieval, but still kind of okay. I liked the idea that it's attached to the collar, so it doesn't move. But okay, so in trying to keep this overall shape and try to make it a little bit more sci-fi. So not let's see, this and and something like that. So this is how, still work in progress, all right, but this kind of I like it more. Still gives a loose vibe of a medieval, that type of medieval knight helmet, but still being something different and that looks more futuristic, more sci-fi. So that for now I'm going in this direction. I might change it, but that's kind of where it stands at the moment. Yeah, I also worked a little bit on the young version face. So I kept the scar. I think I will keep the scar as we discussed last week. I thought that was a very good idea. That this is the only wound that her gauntlet cannot rejuvenize and heal completely. So even after the effects of the rejuvenation it's done, still the scar is not completely healed. The wound is not completely sealed and healed. So that's that's what I'm going for, and I think it's looking pretty cool. And yeah, so at this point, it's just some few things here and there that I need to polish and define a little bit more, but I think it's almost set. Pontus, I'm going good. Lots of things happening with the house. We got solar power getting owning set up on balcony and tons of other things. Nice. I don't know what is the owning thing, but I'm pretty sure it's awesome. Yeah, man. I guess moving from a flat to a real house is an upgrade and a lot of things to think about and a lot of things that you can improve. Yeah, happy for you, man. It's great. Antoledano, hello. How are you? Did you start already the challenge? Simon, I really like the skull like helmet, but the encased medieval helmet was really cool for me, especially the mix of sci-fi and medieval. Oh well, you answered my expectation with the other designs. Okay. Yeah, I think the skull design, it's cool, but it's been done many times, and I mean, to be honest, I really like that kind of direction, but I felt that it didn't fit that well the overall costume for the character. That yeah, it didn't fit properly, and the medieval themed and shape of the helmet was more fitting for the design. So yeah. Salvador, Looking great. Thank you, Salvador. Thank you. Thank you. Much, much appreciated. Richard, hello. How are you? Long time no see. How are you doing, man? Hope you are doing fine. Lucius, hello. Of course, this stream couldn't be the same without Lucius. How are you? Thanks. Glad that you like the hand design. Yeah, I kind of decided to do something where it's not clear if it's mechanical, the whole thing, or it's encased inside. So it's just like a little bit undefined, really, that you really cannot know for sure. Yeah, so let's see. Where are we? If you just join now, I just want to let you know that today we'll be streaming shorter than usual. So at 10, I will have to time. 10 my time. I will have to finish because I have daddy duties. So yeah, sadly today is gonna be a shorter one, and there is no way around it. But yeah, I have until Wednesday to finish this design. So I still have some time, and I'm really aiming and hoping that we'll have time to write a short backstory for the character as well. So yeah, we'll see. But that will be just an extra that is definitely not necessary for the challenge, but always welcome. So yeah, I will do my best. I think I'm liking this character so much that I feel very inspired and motivated to do it. But yeah, we'll see if I have the time. Pontus, Onin is Toldo. Aha, all right. To make shades for the balcony. All right. She's looking really cool. Love the frog helmet. Thank you, man. All right, I didn't know that name, that word. All right. Man, it looks like you are building a palace. Fantastic. And I don't know if you can hear on the background, but yeah, my son is screaming and crying. So it may happen that I have to finish early, even earlier than I said. We'll see. I can't again this bug. All right, just give me 1 second. Let me just change. Every single time on stream it happens. I don't know, it has something to do with putting the streaming that does something to Photoshop, but always during the stream I always get this bug once at least. Let's see. All right, now it's back. All right. Phew, wow, what a name. Diulomeran the Lickboard Kerr. Shit. That's a very elaborate name. It's fabulous. Can't wait to see more artwork at the Thousand Sun Codex. Oh, nice. Thanks a lot. Yeah, glad that you liked it. Ale Espinosa, your work is amazing. Saludos desde Paraguay. Saludos. Un honor tener a otro, ¿cómo decir? Hermano de, al menos en espíritu y en habla hispana. Fantástico siempre tener a gente del otro lado del Atlántico. Muchas gracias. Cantabrian, greetings space crew. Hello man, how are you? Hope everybody is well. Looking great, Miguel. The sword looks badass. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, maybe the sword for me, it's a little bit, yeah. I think it's fine. I think I could go with something a little bit more unique, but at the same time, the thing with the skull is, I mean, this motif that I want to use everywhere. The motif of the skull, since it's her her emblem. And I've been thinking about names for her, and I'm kind of getting stuck with the the Red Queen, or maybe not Queen, but the Scarlet Queen, something like that. Like the main name, but actually for the backstory, I'm thinking that she will have plenty of names, all the different names that her enemies call her, just to have like a long title. But she's more commonly known as perhaps the Scarlet or the Red Queen. Ouroboros, damn, is this Perturabo is looking a little thing. No, it is not Ouroboros. This is a character that I'm doing for the Nemesis Art Challenge. So we have put Demon Prince Perturabo on hold until I finish the challenge, which would be consisting in doing two characters. This one that I'm doing at the moment, and then a second one that would have to be the designing the arch nemesis for the character that I would be handed by my opponent in this challenge. So for the character that he is doing at the moment. And I think I mentioned it last week, but I'm equally super excited to see what Trevor Cladston, my opponent, what he is doing, and also very scared because he is such a talented character designer. So, so yeah, we'll see. On that note, now that you guys are here, I would like to ask your opinion. So, I was playing around with adding some color to the helmet, but somehow I feel that is a little bit too much. What do you think? Do you feel that it adds something, or it's a little bit too much? I tend to think that it adds too much. I think it is it distracts a little bit. I mean, I was thinking, going with the theme of the red queen, right? So kind of to add a little bit more of that. So that's why I decided to use the color red here. I was thinking that, yeah, maybe the helmet makes sense that it's red, just to underline even more that. But oh, maybe this way. What do you think? With or without? Pontus, yeah, kids make it hard to do stuff. They need so much attention. It will get better in about 1.5 years. Oh, yeah, I really hope so. But yeah, they are very demanding. So it's kind of interesting that yeah, my wife is in maternal leave, so she has all her time, right, to take care of the baby. But still, since it's only us here, we don't have any family here in Sweden, so it's just us on our own. So we don't get any help. And the thing is that even her, one person only is not enough to take care sometimes of the baby. And for example, and I'm supposed to be working, but I many times I cannot. I really have to help. So yeah, they're extremely demanding. And if you don't have like some support with family and stuff, it's at least on our experience, it's kind of yeah, very demanding. Very enjoyable on the other hand, so not complaining, to the contrary, but yeah, but demanding. Simon, nice names, pretty evocative. Nice, do you think so? Yeah, I don't know. I think it gives something. I thought about the Blood Queen, but I thought that was a little bit too much. I don't know. I think red or scarlet, it's a little bit more, I don't know, suggestive, as you say. Lindsay John, so good. Thank you, thank you. Sergio Ponce, very nice that painting. It remembers a Sister of Battle. Yeah, you think so? I don't know. Maybe because she has white hair, I'm guessing. And she's a woman, of course. But to be honest, it's in the back of my mind to do another older Sister of Battle at some point. I'm a little bit saturated with all the super young looking Sisters of Battle. I mean, it feels that they die, all of them, very young. I mean, in the Imperium, there is. Ouroboros, is the skull sculpted and part of the helmet? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so once again, going back to this idea of medieval knights, Justin, you know, that they were very wearing very colorful ornaments and patterns, and with a lot of feathers and stuff like that, just to looks very flamboyant and gorgeous. So that was kind of the idea. So yes, it is supposed to be part of the helmet, like an embellishment, but also with the skulls to make it more scary to her enemies. So, you know, like in medieval times, like these Justins, where they had maybe the helmets. Let's say if this type of inspired in this type of helmet, right? Like the one that this kind of it's inspired, and let's say that they had here some animal and with or like some horns or something of that kind. On the paint, it's pretty cool, but we lose the tiny lights in the shape. But it adds to this warlord aspect for me. You could make it thinner, like blood dripping out of the skull on top of it. Yeah, that's a good point. So that's what I mean, that it adds too much visual weight in one hand. So I have these um, this problem to this decision to do, right? So in one hand I have this visual design problem, right, of that it make it a little bit I mean the character herself is already very noisy, right? It's very, there's a lot of things going on. It's not a clean design in that sense, right? There's a lot of elements everywhere and very bright and stuff. So by adding all this color here on the helmet, it adds an extra layer of noisiness, of noise, which is yeah, it may make things more busy, and yeah, that's not ideal with how busy it is already. So I mean, I really appreciate when things are a little bit more clean and simple, but I decided to go very baroque in that sense. So so that's kind of what it gains without the color. But at the same time, I have these narrative aspects with the character, right? That she is supposed to be the the Red Queen, right? So it could be nice to add another extra layer of visual element that kind of underline a little bit that part of the of the character. I mean, she could at the same time I try to make it a little bit a little bit less saturated. Holy heck, she's looking incredible. Thank you. Much appreciated. More types, animal, fur, or limbs to make her look more witchy. No, no, not in this case. I thought about yeah, to add that witch side, but I decided to kind of go more with the warlord theme more than anything. So she has already the gauntlet, which is a little bit more strange, and that gives that so-called immortality power, right, by sucking all the blood from her victims and rejuvenating her. So I thought that was already enough, and I really want to reinforce this idea of that she's a mighty warrior. She's a warlord. She's a general. She commands armies that conquer empires and stuff like that. So more like a martial aspect, more than supernatural. And one thing that I normally always enjoy quite a lot with this type of designs is I'm always imagining presenting this character, let's say in a film or something, and you see her with the helmet, but you don't know anything about her. You just see the character, the silhouette, the individual, and you not necessarily will think that this is a woman, right? You will think more the stereotype of a warrior, a man, a knight, especially with this type of helmet that doesn't give any feminine vibes or anything. So it's very, yeah. And then just to remove the helmet and you see that is a woman. So I really like that kind of impact. And I would make in a more sequential media, like a film or a comic or something like that. Sergio Ponce, Miguel, what happened with the lottery of the Ascent? Good question. There's been some issues, and I'm still waiting to see if they can solve that. But for now, it's on hold, and hopefully, I can do something about that. But yeah, it's out of my hands at the moment. But yeah, hopefully. I can do something soon. Ouroboros, yeah, the stake helm. Oh yeah, that's a chimera in Spanish, but I don't know the name in English. You mean the animal on top of the helmet? If that's what you mean, I have no idea about the name in English either. Salvador, helmet's looking really nice. Thank you. Just Kev, do you take more time on your own pieces like this one, or would this be equivalent to a Game Workshop commission, for example? No. I mean, it depends. Because of course, since like a personal piece, I can potentially I can spend as much time as I want, right? When it's a paid commission, paid job, I have a very specific frame time to do the work. So yeah, that's the limitation. In this case, the Nemesis Art Challenge, you must do each character design in 2 weeks each. So it's a total of 4 weeks. So that's the time frame that I have. Of course, since I'm working and I have a baby, I'm not working on it like all the time. I'm just trying to pick some few hours here and there. Yeah, so I think so far what I have spent time-wise, I think it's been around 8 hours or something of work. I haven't counted, but I think it's around there, give or take. Cantabrian, the Sanguine Queen. It's a cool name, but I feel in that particular one, I feel it's a little bit too theatrical, too much. I don't know. I mean, it's a very suggestive opinion, of course. So, but great suggestion. I feel like Red Queen. I feel is like more stoic, more Spartan. In going again with this Martian sorry, not Martian, martial aspect of the character, that she's a warrior. But you know, I'm actually feeling for this color pattern here. Just looking at the whole design. Still, I mean, the helmet itself, it's a work in progress, so yeah. Time is running out, so it goes so fast. You know what I'm gonna do is when we reach 1 hour of streaming, there you go. Here is the bug again with the cursor. I cannot do anything else. Let me just switch again. 1 second. Right, I need to close and open again. So annoying. Right, there you go. All right, yeah. So I was saying, I will, when we reach 1 hour in 10 minutes, I will go and check how things are going with the baby. If they manage to fall asleep. If they do, then I think we can squeeze a little bit longer. If not, then as I said, I will just finish the the stream. So yes. No, but I hear already that Dante is not asleep. So yeah, I think we will have to close it. Vamos a tener que cerrar el tenderete pronto, as we say in Spanish. I don't know in other countries in Latin America if you have the same expression. So of course I'm also thinking that since I have until Wednesday to finish this this character, yeah, next I don't know what we will be doing next week, because I think we normally give 1 week in between to rest between starting the second character, the arch nemesis. So we might continue with Perturabo or with the Dark Eldar pirate. But I can show you, but I will definitely show you the finished version of her, and also I will share with you the character that by that time Trevor would have given to me, so I can start creating the arch nemesis for his character based on the on that design. So exciting. Yeah, man, I love this challenge. It's fun. Yeah, it's so fun. Lucius, I feel that the helmet adds a lot of weight. The rest of her design suggests she's quite nimble. Adding the helmet seems to off-balance the character. It does make her look more intimidating, though. Yeah, that's a good point. I see what you mean, and I agree. But it's intentional in that sense. So I didn't want to make her just completely armored, but more, like you said, nimble. But at the same time, I wanted to give, like you are saying, like a more intimidating presence with the helmet. So yeah. I mean, to be honest, the main design or presentation for the character is without the helmet. So the helmet is just an extra, a bonus for the design. But this is how I presenting her. This is kind of the core design, so to speak. And then in here we don't have the problem of the helmet. And she's more balanced, as you are saying. So I totally agree with you. Yes. Ouroboros Vermilion Queen. Oh my goodness, we are so. How about Bourgogne Queen? Miguel Mitchell da Silva. Evening. Damn, that looks so good. Love her helm. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. And welcome to the stream. Even though we are about to close the stream today because of daddy duties. So yes. But always pleasure and honor to have you here, man. It's always fantastic. How is it going with the challenge? Have you started already? Pontus, draw some Space Marine to later use in your tutorials. No, man, it's already. I'm doing the final demo, and I want to keep it secret just for make everything more new and suspense. But I'm still working on it. Slowly but steadily. Let's see if I can give a big push soon. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, when you have little time, you are doing too many things. Lucius, in her world, intimidation does seems like an important factor. Yes, of course. I think I imagine her her character as an individual, like she is not only she is what she portrayed as, right? So she's a warlord. She's a very skillful warrior. She is super old, right? She used these arcane artifacts to suck the vitality of her victims to rejuvenize. So she, in some way, is So she's all those things, but at the same time, on top of the what she is, she used intimidation and her name as well to work on her favor. So maybe she conquers a city or something without even fighting because they are very scared of her. So intimidation, yes, she's playing with that as well. That's also why I decided to pose her this way, like very static, very confident and with power. Right, she's standing there. It's like, here I am, and not only that, but I'm looking down at you. So we are looking at her a little bit from underneath. So yeah, I mean, at least that was my intention, is just to make her look intimidating in that sense. I mean, and with this face, I don't know, but I think she looks intimidating. I wouldn't like to face her on a duel. All right, it's 10 p.m. now, so I'm gonna go and check with my wife and the baby to see how things are, and yeah, maybe I can spend a little bit more longer with the stream, but probably not. But yeah, let's cross fingers. Just give me a second. I'm gonna be right back. All right. So sadly, I I I need to go. So once again, it's been a pleasure. Thanks everybody for joining today. I really like doing this. Too bad this today I couldn't do it a little bit longer, but yeah, such is life. So I hope that you have a fantastic end of the weekend. For those of you that are doing the challenge yourself, I'm really looking forward to see what you are doing. Remember that since the beginning, from the moment that you start, you have 2 weeks. No cheating, so 2 weeks only per character. And also think about that you can do as we do, that we I think we did in the past rounds, that we took 1 week of rest in between characters, just to the key is the 2 weeks between when you start one character from start to finish. All right, so have a good one. Thanks once again for joining, and see you next week, same time. Bye bye.